Good morning, Age of Origins, guys. Camo has just dropped the 7th anniversary new thing. Have you guys noticed that they have not put the actual design for the dragon? You know how they usually have like right here, but next to the garage, they have like a little design, so on and so forth. They haven't dropped anything like that, so I'm assuming that's going to be tonight. But what they have dropped is something that a new dragon. A new dragon, guys. A new freaking dragon. So if you look at the little guy right there, it kind of looks like a Pokemon. It looks like a fucking Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. But if you go into the Dazzle, this is where things get fucking really fucked up. That's gonna be the default run, right? And then you got this little blue one right here, and it's like I think it's like if you have 50, 150 dies, okay, 150 for that blue one, and it's wounded unit bonus 2,000. And then the green one, another 2,000. So it goes a lot of these like extra wounded unit things. So and then you get into the bigger ones. So this is also cross nation for troop expansion, another 2,000. Then you got another 2,000 for the fleet bonus, and then you got the that looks badass. I'm not gonna lie, that really does look badass. And I like how it's got the moving thing, and then it goes into the ground. Oh, that one didn't go into the ground. That one didn't go into the ground. So the other ones will go into the ground though, like this one. If you watch, hold on, the animation of it, and it's like a character of like Dragon Ball Z slash. Why isn't it going into the ground? This goes on the ground for you guys, right? Watch the animation of it. This is just circling around it. It's weird. I was watching it on my phone and it was going into the ground, but so I don't know how much this is going to cost. I think it's going to cost probably the same to get the dies and the fragments that it did for the other. We can't even call the other one a dragon anymore, so we're going to call that the phoenix. Yeah, the phoenix, because that's the only thing that would resemble what it looks like is a goddamn phoenix. But you can get these from the Stone Wheel, Joyful Marbles, and Brutal Drag Racing. So it's going to be an option what you want. You want to finish your Phoenix or you want to do a Dragon. These do stack, guys. So all these things right here, they stack. And of course, you got the leveling system. So they all stack, and if it stacks onto the Phoenix as well. So not only are you going to get the Phoenix points, you're also going to have dragons on top of it. This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Go ahead. Don't talk at once.
Well, like I said, Woody, before you started, I think this is better than the other one because it's giving you HP. There's no health reductions in the game, so increasing the health of all your troops is never a bad thing.
Hmm.
I like that increase attack to the melee at level 6. So I think it'll be good. I don't recommend people to push. Of course, if you have the wallet, push. If not, yeah, slow growth.
Yeah, I think maybe just getting it. I don't know so much about the Pokemon Dragon, because that kind of looks animated. I don't know. I'm sorry, Camo, but I think he looks gay, like Happy
And
kind of gay. And
it's a new event too to get this. It's not going to be the marble.
no, but to get the dies, it's going to be a Marvel. This one itself, which will be the little puzzle pieces for the dragon. Um, it's going to be this event called Star Invitation. Did I say that right? Yeah. I don't know what the fuck. Hold on, I got to sneeze. Ah, fuck! That's what I think about that. Uh,
He's
Star.
allergic to You're allergic to bullshit.
I'm allergic to bullshit. No, Star Invitation. I don't know. Maybe this will be the Connect Four game. I don't know. We already got Goldfish. We got all the other freaking childhood games in this. Um, well, I guess we do need Battleship in here. That would be good. But oh man, the spend is real. And you know what, Jalise, you are real. You are absolutely right, dude. Like I don't think anyone in the game cares about this. Even getting stronger at this point. We just want to fucking merge. And you know what? It's not even our nation that wants to merge. It's just we want to see merges happening. We don't want to just see these. And sorry, Cam, if you don't like this, but I don't want to continue to see all these pump and dumps. You know what I mean? Like fucking give your players what they want, or else you're not gonna have much players left. If we're being real, like this is starting to get it's a pump and dump. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like it. Like we need dragon. We don't need these dragons. We need fucking a merger. You want to continue to play.
Why release things if you're just gonna kill your game? It don't make no sense.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think Camel thinks that they're killing their game. I think that they think that they're just going to continue to drop stuff into it, and people are just paying it, so they're not paying attention to the other people that are leaving. That they might be just paying attention to people that are spending, which is a bad thing to do. If you don't pay attention to the free-to-play players or the small spenders in the game, what do we say? There's only one point. We're not even like 1% of the game that are actual spenders, like pay your bills kind of spenders. Um, and if all the free to play players start leaving, and then you got all the spenders starting to leave, there's no coming back. There's no coming back from that kind of loss. Like Blizzard's going through that right now with Diablo. Diablo 4, complete. It was fun at first and just fucking crashed. They're going through it. It crashed. Blizzard's actually filed for bankruptcy from what I heard. Whether that's real or not, I don't know. That's what I heard. I think I have to classify that as what I heard.
Well, Camel is just cash grabber all around.
Like a pump and dump, right? I love the game. I love the game. And the thing is, everyone here loves this game. We love the game. It's an awesome game. It's a good game. Like, it's an awesome fucking game. There it goes in the ground. But the pump and dumps it's too much. And I think that I hate to say that we have to blame someone for this, um, but I think Lee God was 100% right about the people that just max out everything so quickly that that's what's they're just trying to keep
Well,
those max spenders going. I think Lee God was right when he said that. If we're being real, I'm
Yeah,
sure Ronaldo
I
went
don't want.
max.
It.
What's
I
that?
really don't. I don't want to be a dick, but I really believe the whales are the fucking problem in this game. They're too addicted to trying to be the best and whatever, and they're the problem.
I kind of as much as I can't say, I'm gonna still say it. I kind of agree. Like I'm a $4,000 a month spender. Okay, that's pennies compared to some of these players. Pennies on a dollar kind of deal. And even at that is still a lot of money to me at 4 grand. That's a lot of fucking money to me. Like I don't care who you are. That's a lot of fucking money. But I think, and the problem is, it's like they are the whales. And when we talk about whales, guys, we're not talking about me. We're not talking about like Archie. We're not talking about you, Bryce. We're not talking about those kind of whales. We're talking about whales that are bi or ducky or beast. We're not talking about those kind of whales or Ronaldo. We're talking like those are
We're
those
talking
those
about the
those
kind
are
of
those are the fucking whales we're talking about that are fucking doing it.
Woody.
To
We're talking about the kind of people that spend fucking people's year salary on the freaking Wheel of Fortune event, right? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, like
$20,000 on one event, like bro, you're nuts.
yeah. I seen that. I see what Ronaldo dropped fucking $38,000 on a fucking on that wheel on the fucking the wheel the spinning the wheels just to get that fucking man. It's crazy. I can't do that. I can't do that. There's no way I can do that. But and the thing is like I don't know. Well, let's read this. Let's read down at the bottom because what you have to unlock. I don't think it's gonna say. Yeah, it's not going to say. So with all these health things, Bryce, I think you're right that because you got four of these fucking dragons now. That's going to increase the wounded. So are we going to have to
I
have?
think I think there was something underneath the very last dragon, like an extra indicator.
Yeah, there was this.
Didn't look into it to see whether that was like a new item or whether it was saying you needed a certain amount of dragons.
Yeah, so you need the five things. I forget like the sprinkle dragon I can't even call the other one a dragon anymore. You know what I'm talking about. The other thing. You gotta have the 5 wins for those blue little fucking meteoroid looking things, and then the 1,000 fucking dies and shit like that. But what I'm talking about is I don't know if we're gonna have to have get both of these to be able to get this last one, or if we're gonna have to have 3 of these dragons to be able to get these upgraded dragons for the fleet. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. 18,000. I'm sorry, not 30,000, but $18,000. Like each roll is $1, so $18,134 worth of fucking rolls. And the next one down to 10,000. That's a lot of money, yo. That's a lot of fucking money. I couldn't do that. Like I would divorce myself. I would
That's
kick my.
probably what the average spender spends on the game in an entire year. Maybe not even that.
Yeah,
I mean, we had what, like 5 for the initial release of Dragons previously? It was like 2 Wounded Limit and 2 Fleet, something like that.
what are you talking about for the phoenixes? That's I guess that's what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
calling it now.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So just to open up the actual phoenix, and then one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, so 5 of
yeah.
them.
So if there's 7 now on the new one, then I don't know. I guess increase the requirements to get the fleets probably by one or two.
I don't think they are
You
though,
had to.
because it's still 400.
No, I meant the like you have to get two
Three.
of
It says
the
at the
2 or 3
bottom,
of the wounded limit before
Yeah,
you can get the fleet type deal.
I see what you mean. So increase like one extra dragon to get it.
Yeah, that's just my guess, since we can't see it yet,
Yeah.
or at least I'm assuming we can't.
No, we can't see it. Unfortunately, it sucks. It
Yeah,
sucks.
I said it elsewhere earlier this morning. Um, it's it's frustrating to see. I would much rather see strategy officer equipment with fleet size at, or a strategy officer, like a third one that we can equip with fleet size,
I agree.
and give the entire player base access to a sizable amount of fleet size, and that would balance out all of these just ridiculous balance issues that we're just starting to be
It's
very
not.
aware of, you
Oh,
know?
it's not started. It's been like that for years, but
Well, yes, but
it's getting out of hand at this point.
yeah, I mean, it we're at this weird moment where before C44 drops, it's really hard to know how everything's going to affect everything. But if you were to just dump fleet size on the entire AOZ pop, like you would start to be able to see these much larger cities become touchable, and it would make things a lot more enjoyable
I
for everyone.
I agree 100% with you on that, and I think that's what they're doing with with these fucking phoenixes and the dragons. Is yeah, you're able to get the fleet size, but it's going to cost you to get it. The issue is
Yeah,
the issue is like the idea of being able to have enough troops to attack an 800 million BP city is everyone in your alliance needs to do that. And for as we can see right now throughout the game in every nation, you might have 5 true spenders that's going to get up to these kind for the fleet size. You're not going to have those C-36s and stuff like that, or even the C-38s down in the ancient nations getting this. You're not going to see that. They're never going to get this. They might in like 5 years be able to see something like these. You know, then that's just wounded bonus limits. It's so to drop this fleet expansion to only have it like we'll just say a strong nation that's in war. You might get 10 people that's going to be able to increase that fleet size. That's still not enough to hit a an 800 million BP city. That's
yeah, not at all. I
that's
mean,
not
you're looking at
you're
1% of the population getting that. I mean, in an unmerged nation, you might have 1, maybe 3
hmm
that are able to touch that.
I agree.
Um, like being able to, like, if we were to get something in the strategy officer realm, every single player would have access to it, and within 2 to 4 months, it would be kind of widespread, and you would start to see the ceiling raise or lower, I guess would be the better way to phrase it, on what is burnable. And I mean, if you're not going to merge people, like make the things that we can fuck up more touchable.
I mean, you're not
Like,
wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, we can't touch those big cities right now. Now, let's say if Camel decides to drop to 150, that it's allowed in your alliance. Like, I,
well, that is coming. We don't know when.
right,
So yeah, that does address what I'm getting at. So I mean, like, hey, if they wanted to do that, then go ahead. I mean, they did it already in the other game. That means it's definitely going to come to this one.
correct.
It's just when. You said they did it like 3 months after they released their city level increases.
Yeah, there's C45.
So so hypothetically, maybe at the beginning of the year or sometime in the spring, AOZ gets 150 man alliances.
Now
I mean,
that,
if that's the case, then I don't really need strategy officers. I'm okay
well,
for the time being.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. As these new nations are getting bigger, there are or these newer nations are releasing. There's less and less players that are actual real players. Like I said, in the 1300s, you got maybe 70 real players. Everything else is bots. So until they take care of that problem, even having 150 allowed is kind of what are you gonna do? Put 150 bots in it?
I mean, no, let's be honest. 150 man alliances is only useful in a nation that's been merged at least once. Like maybe there's a small select amount of nations that have not been merged that that are not in a civil war and get along well enough to get 150 people to get along with each other to be in one alliance. But I mean, in 896, like we can't even fill 100 man alliance. So
Hey, in
even with
730s,
our success, we wouldn't be able to fill.
we only got 84 in ours. 84.
Yeah. So
And that's still
I mean,
that's still like half of them that are not even active, like meaning like they're not going to show up in void kind of deal.
so I guess there is an asterisk actually. Like if they were to give us 150 man alliances, fuck yeah. But that's also with the assumption that I'm gonna get my fucking merge
Yeah,
because otherwise it's useless.
if we got the merger, it would be a different story because at that point we would be able to grab other people from the other nation and be able to really do something with it. Um, we got Jalise saying, "Tell Camel, we want 45 million GC round, 45-minute GC rounds. No one cares about 90-minute grinds with no mergers either." Same with Polar.
Yeah, can't disagree.
I can't disagree on that either. I didn't even show up for last Polar. Didn't even show up. Didn't even bother. Not even doing GC this season. Like,
GC is gnarly, bro. 90 minutes is fucking gnarly in GC.
well, the hour and a half, the 90 minutes, back in the days when there was mergers going on, and it was very competitive because you didn't know who was going to win at that point. You didn't know. It was a
Yeah,
different.
it made sense
Yeah,
then when there's actually a competition, then that's fun. I mean, even like a year ago, people would actually be competing in the fucking preliminaries. I mean, now yeah, I don't know how far up you have to go to actually find preliminaries where people are actually competing.
I don't know. I know that I know my nation's not competing. There might, there's are those people that here will just join in just for the merit. But like me, nah, I'm not even gonna bother because I know if I join it, I'm fucking spending, and I don't want to waste everything just to know that I'm going to just to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like all the comments 896 has gotten about like skipping GC isn't going to get us emerged. It just kind of misses the point that the whole reason we were doing it in the first place is to just stop ourselves from wasting all our consumables on something we have no chance of competing in.
I agree. And so with this being a new thing, the dragon, I don't know if the dragon is going to overlay the phoenix, or if you can choose it, or if there's going to be the dragon and the phoenix at the same time on the city. I don't know, but I can't imagine having both of them on there at the same time, because it's going to be too crowded. You know what I mean? It's going to look straight ghetto. If we're being real, it's going to look ghetto as fuck because you can't. How you going to put a dragon like this? We'll just fuck, we call it the end one. How you gonna put a dragon like that, and then you got the other phoenix that's just as big? You're not even gonna see the city at all. So I think it's gonna be a pick and choose, but they will stack. They will stack. I mean, that is every dragon that you get, every phoenix that you get, they all stack on top of each other. So all these dragons, for say if you decide to put the dragon on as a skin, because that let's be real, that's what it is. It's a fucking skin. All the points throughout all the dragons and the phoenixes are still gonna stack on, so they're all gonna be there. You're not
But you
losing
still
out.
get the bonuses without it showing.
Correct. Yes. Everything is yes.
I just did the math. It's a total of 14,000 in fleet size if you get all 3 birds and 3 dragons. So it's kind of equals to the amount of 2 garages done in your city.
Okay. So let's see. Times that by 80. 14,000 times 80.
I mean, I still don't think 800 million BPs can be touched even with this kind of stuff because the stat now that are available is just getting like so. So we didn't do the math, right? So this dragon, if I'm not mistaken, someone says the bird maxes out at level 50 or 40, which would give an extra 50% attack. So already you're going to get another 50% health to all troops
I understand that.
and zombies.
I understand that, but you have to understand that in a team attack. Now, Planky said it 100% right. You know, you get 150 extra, 50 extra, whatever, then you got 50 extra rain. Planky did say it right. But when you do catch that person, and you got 100 people coming in there, and their Titans are in there. I mean, that's even Lee God when he, when they went up against 219 and they went to test out his city, and he's the strongest city in the game. Um, he fell real quick. Now, if he had rain, it'd be a different story, and that's very clear. But even at that point, hey, there's Lee God right there. Didn't even see it. Welcome, Lee God. But I think
Hey,
that
morning, guys. I
morning.
think the biggest KPI in that attack, though, Woody, and I think a lot of people leave it aside, is it was old school TA, man. They all entered at the exact same time. I
Right.
do have a very high inclination to say it would have went drastically differently on like a speed attack or anything like that. The fact that they came and 87 people entered at the same time, that's what did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. Absolutely 100% right. Because on a speed attack, you might get 50 in there, but there's another fucking another 50 that didn't make it because they decided to wait that extra second and didn't send before the bubble came up, or so on and so forth. Or they
And
didn't
then you
come.
got the farmers that waste their speeds in Chaos Land and Iron Blood that say they have no acceleration and, they're 7 minutes late.
Yeah. That's so true. That is so true. I,
Same guys are speeding in Doom Arena.
hey, I did that one time. Come on. I did it one time. I needed to go to sleep and I was like, I'm fucking flying through this shit.
I mean, I hate that dragon thing is there, but it does look cool.
It does
You
look
know,
cool.
I shared it in chat to like let the team know because I don't think anybody saw it, and I saw it when I woke up after looking in Discord, and like a handful of people are like, just like what the fuck, obviously. But I think a few people, even people that don't spend, and things like that, are like, wow, that's really cool looking. And Holbrook said it in one of the servers that we're in. He's like, wow, they're really trying to give monsters like some fleet size. I think it's a little too much, man. I really do. But we're gonna see what happens.
I called it a pump and dump.
I think Woody. I think cities like Lead God when he goes to 44, he can probably solo like 120 million BPC 41 soon
He's
with these
he,
fleet
he
size.
he's already doing that. He's already doing that. I hit.
I watched I watched 528 do that, or no, sorry, 555 do that in Ironblood to Barry. 700k fleet size with the buffs, and just went through them like butter.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
know, and Barry's no paper tiger, as we like to describe. You know, and yeah, it's becoming a little OP, man. It really is. You know, it really is,
I hit.
especially for. But I think also, you know, if I'm trying to be some sort of, I don't know, positivity right now, it could just be promoting more and more, you know, people being online and being, you know, and more participation, because that's the only way to counteract it, man. You know, like it's literally the only way to counteract it. You know, Barry doesn't burn if he gets, you know, some good rain in there. You know, all at the same time, and it could just be a promotion of participation. Because with all due respect, the pump and dump, the revenues, all that don't mean shit unless you got people touching the game, you know. And it doesn't make a fuck to be sold if there's, I don't know, 300 people spending real money in the game and everybody else ain't doing shit. They need subscribers just like Netflix and fucking Amazon. So they need people. So it needs, you know, and maybe it's just should be the whales should be asking for support, or the rest of the team should be coming together, because that's the only way you can counteract it is participation and, you know, and being online. You know, that's it. Just being online.
Hey, Lee God, if you were a 38, look at this report that I posted, or that I have up here. If you were 38 and you got a fucking guy that's hitting you, such as this, that's killing 4.6 million of your troops in Void out of your 5.8, like people were doing that already. Like, remember when it used to only be like 1 million, 1.5 million, and that was about it. Like when it was a 38 or 37 times. You got
I
people
mean,
like,
what is this, Chaos Land or something?
yeah,
Or no, this.
it's Chaos Land, but this is right in the
But
beginning of it.
yeah, your fleet's normal. I
No,
mean, but I mean, I would just say look at that guy's stats. But that guy's got to be a big bucket of trash.
38
You know,
at,
look at his Titans. Just look at his
yeah.
Titans.
It,
Just go all the way up there. You
oh,
know, like
I hit him when his Titans were out.
yeah. So like, so these are all, you know, big. I don't want to call them red flags, but just reasons why. You know, like there's major advantages if there's no Titans and planes. Like there's a reason why you did that, Woody.
There's
You know,
is.
either his stats are absolute trash, he's full of T4, or his fucking plane and his Titans are out. You know, and you're gonna get clapped if you're not hiding your fucking troops, you fat fuckers out there. You know, and that's just how it works.
It's
You
fucking
know, so
so true.
if you're not in Chaos Lane, you can hide your troops. Maybe that fat fucker can't hide them all, but you can hide your troops. You know, he should be spending all his tickets on fleet size and sending his fleets out, but he's too lazy, and or he doesn't care. Right, one of the two. You know, which are both shitty things in my opinion.
I agree. It's a shitty thing to not hide your troops, even in the event of Chaos Land. I mean,
But going back to the Barry thing, and I hate to keep bringing it up because Barry's like pissed about that fucking thing, and I would be too if I were him. But like that style of report is fucking nuts, man.
right.
You know, and I think it's a little too much because again, Barry's no paper tiger, bro. He's got a lot of front line. His plane and Titans were home, and he got mollywopped by. I mean, you know, whatever. It was an 800k fleet size. It was a lot of things, but like, it's too much, you know. But if Barry had some rain in there, and Barry had, you know, some people in there that cared whether or not his city burned, that probably wouldn't have happened, you know.
I agree 100%. I just think that, in
But
my
look at all those
eyes,
skins, bro. That shit's nuts.
that is.
On
This,
release day to have 50 different skins. So because I haven't looked, and I hate to take your time here, but how many do you need to open before you get one that does fleet size?
I'm
That
assuming, being just so many of them, I'm assuming that it's going to be at least three of them. I'm assuming they didn't really give any real information
because you
about
got
it.
to get the little pet thing to 3 before you can even see it. It looks like so.
Yeah, yeah, you got to get the Pokemon.
I'm hoping it's 2, I guess, because I got like 400 or so of the fucking stuff, the fucking die shit. So I should be able to get a couple levels, at least whatever, some hospital size.
So,
Fucking losers.
so what we don't know is that if this die in the, it's going to be the star invitation. If the die is going to be some like how where we have on that pinball game, or you know what I'm talking about, the Planko game.
Marble.
Yeah,
You
Mar-
talking about the fucking squares or those things?
these are the little frags, the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, you're gonna have a different event to buy those frags, similar to where you're getting dragon frags now. So they're gonna give you some sort of event or numerous events to get these style of frags, in a similar way that you're getting dragon frags now.
Let me ask you, because I think we were right before you came in here. We were talking about like why is everything being dropped so fast, and like our, I think you said it before, is because as soon as you max out one thing, something else drops. Like, is the game being measured about how big players such as yourself, Ronaldo, Mental, and all these other players are just maxing stuff out at this
I
point?
mean, I mean, I don't. I would like to think not, but it definitely feels like that. But they just gave us plane equipment, so there's definitely things for us to spend on for a good long period of time, based on that spend or those levels of achievement there in those plane parts. It's a lot, and it's going to take some time, even if you're buying every pack available. So they definitely lengthen the game for us there. I feel like Camel's saying, "Hold my beer." Like, oh, you think you can max a city? Like you think you can, stay ahead of us? That's what I do. Honestly, I do, because, going back to like mental getting a rainbow dragon like day one, like or a gold dragon, excuse me, day one, they had the rainbow skin fucking updated the next day. These
Yeah,
pricks. Literally, it was, oh, you hold my update, fucking, oh, what's new, guys? Rainbow. Like, dude, that thing just came out 2 days ago. And we get an update and there's a new skin. So, like, yeah, I feel like Camel's saying, hold my beer. But I don't know why all the new releases, man. I think that leading back to things that we've been saying for months now, I think that the numbers overall are down. I think that the bots in the newer nations supersede the active real players. I think that they're scratching their head in any way, shape, or form to keep the numbers similar, or at least have a little pump, you know,
yeah,
whether it be in the end of the quarter or otherwise. The last quarter is typically always, where businesses like to do the best. So, that's why they always save their big releases for the October period. So
yep,
I feel like that's very common for Camel. So we're gonna get what we're gonna get right now, and then next month we're getting C44. Like, you can almost guarantee it.
yeah.
Mark my words.
LG, how long do you think, if you pretend you were max buying, I'm not saying you are, pretend you're max buying warplane equipment, how long do you think it would take you to max it out?
Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I, I think it's like a year.
I tend to agree. It might even be more. I mean, I've seen like Mavs got level 40 on number 6, and it's ridiculous, bro. It's like 3,000 parts, bro, for level 41. You know,
You have to max buy two, like
two, two,
a whole week's worth, two drops.
correct. So it's like, I don't know what the answer to that is. I know it's a lot of money. I know it's a long time, and I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna take a long time, bro.
I
It'll
usually,
take a shorter period of time to get the skills maxed, but getting all those other things to level 55 is gonna be a fucking mission, dude.
yeah,
Yeah,
I usually try to defend Camel with some type of devil's advocate of like, well, maybe they're trying to do this, and that's why it makes sense. But
Yeah, it's hard to now, man.
it
It's
seems
hard
like
to
the
now.
balance seems like the balance is so far off that literally the only justification is if they drop enough stuff to where the new nations have stats similar to the old nations, then they can finally do merges. I can't see any other justification.
I can't imagine. Um, and I know Campbell's actually watching this as we speak. I can't imagine that these newer players and these new nations, I know what I've spent to get where I'm at. I know what Lee got to spend. Well, I don't even know where he got, but I know a pretty penny he spent to get where he's at. I can't imagine what these newer nations are dropping um, in a short period of time to get where they are right now. Because there's some fucking mega whales out there in these newer nations that are just mind blowing. Like I don't know what they're spending, but I can only imagine it's
So these guys have the capacity. You know, I did the math. Like, I don't know, maybe, dude, you can spend 300 G's a month in this game, bro. You
fuck.
know, and that's not going absolute fucking crazy with the Titan wheel either. You know, like you can absolutely spend some butter in this game buying packs, especially if you're one of those guys that just buys everything for whatever reason. Um, so yeah, it's. I mean, remember what was that guy that quit with the Bugatti as a picture? He shared his credit card statement that was only camel, bro. It
Boss
was
man.
200 boss. Yeah, big boss. That guy.
Yeah.
He was here for like 6 months or something crazy. Max spent. Max bought everything. And guy shared his credit card statement in Chinese, bro. I had Google translate that shit for me, and it was $221,000 in a month that dude spent on this game.
God
You
damn.
know, and not, whatever, man. More power to you, bro. Fucking, if you get it, you got it. Do your thing, man. I don't, whatever. But that's a lot of bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd much rather go buy me like a multifamily down the Sheila fourplex. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I like real estate. It's one of my little side hustles. But yeah. I average, right? I'll tell you guys, man. I average about 25 G's a month in this game. Now, yes, there's times in the beginning years ago where I dropped some big money,
Right.
but right now I don't want to say I'm caught up, but I average about 25 grand a month in this game. Can I spend more? Can I be like Ronaldo and have 40 million gold? Yeah, sure. No, I don't play like that. That's not what makes me, smile. Right. So yeah, everyone's got their own little way of doing things, but that's where my number's at. It can fluctuate a little bit depending on what I'm buying, but even with the plane parts, it's still the same because I'm for the most part caught up. I'm not buying anything extra. If anything, it just replaces the officer equipment that I was purchasing a few months ago. So that's just really the difference. Maybe there's a little bit of extra spend with like maybe this dragon pet thing, right? So maybe that'll bump the numbers up a little bit, but camel's only going to give you so much, so it doesn't necessarily kill me.
Well, here's the thing I fear, and I fear that people will start spending on this new dragon, and we all have a budget, and
Yeah,
if we all start spending on the dragon,
hey
the,
man, that's what leadership's for, bro. That's what these podcasts are for. That's what all. And if you're running to go get that fucking stupid dragon before you got motherfucking Emily's BT, you're a fucking idiot.
yeah.
Like you're an idiot, and you should quit the game and go spend your money on hookers and cocaine. You'd have more fun.
Well, and
You know.
not only that, the point I'm getting to is if everyone starts spending money on these dragons, and they're going to start not spending on the speeds and the heals, the stuff that really matters to participate in Void. Like they're going to go heavy on the dragons and the plane equipment, and then when it comes down to Void, they're not going to have any speeds, and you know how people are, they don't like using gold, uh, so it becomes it starts to become an issue with participation in the game.
Man, I said the same thing to our leadership yesterday. We got C-32s with blue dragons, and they got 2 million in officer power. It's like what?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I for
Yeah.
one, because I'm not this huge mega spender, will not be getting the dragon. I just
I mean,
want.
listen, I'm a huge advocate for not spending another man's money. Like I'm a huge advocate for that. But at least have direction. At least let, if you're a real team and a real leader, at least let your team know, hey, there's new stuff coming out. If you are spending a little bit of money, maybe it's not the fucking best place to spend it. you know telling you that this is probably a better spend than that, you know, because to get that cool thing that actually adds value, it'll take like $8,000, you know, because
Probably.
like, what are you gonna run around? You're gonna run around and get a bunch of dragons that add fucking hospital size, bro? Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's a lot of
So,
hospitals right there.
you know, get out of here. So like, and again, that's what leadership's for. So for those leaders who actually give a shit and, you know, are building teams and both, man, send a message. Send it now before the packs are released, before all those things happen tonight at reset, because Road to Legends is over and it's coming.
Yeah.
Send a message. Let everybody know. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, those things, but I'd much rather you have Emily's BT or, you know, whatever. There's a million different things to probably spend money on than a purple hospital dragon increase.
I 100% agree with you on that. 100% agree with that. Like, I don't even have. I got Emily at 13 right now, her BT, and
Yeah, so if you're spending money, bro, spend it there.
that's
Please.
then
Please, Woody. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's where I've been putting it
You'll
to. Her the
you'll
B
you'll get so much more value there than you will out of the fucking hospital because no
yeah
one's attacking you anytime soon.
yeah the breakthrough and unworldly is where I've been focused at, and of course the plane equipment. Other
So
than that,
sorry, Woody, go ahead. My bad.
I mean other than that, I mean obviously speeds and heals so I can participate because I mean you guys want a video, right? And if I don't have speeds or heals, there's no video. What am I gonna do? Record myself sitting? Sorry guys, I didn't got anything to show you because I can't fucking do anything. But
Time attack, brother. Time attack.
yeah, we all know how that works out. Bubble. You get three. The second you send, you got 3 seconds to get there before that bubble's there. That's the way the game is. You got 3 seconds, and that is it. 3 seconds to get there, or 3 seconds to bubble.
Hey Woody,
Yeah.
I would obviously do exactly what LG's saying and send a mail, but you could also, get a Facebook, have someone bind their account and have whoever knows how to build cities in the alliance log into, offer to log into somebody else's city and help them out. Just temporarily, log in once, say, hey man, you need to get this 6-star skill or whatever. And then, get real help from the alliance, not just general mail that maybe people miss. There's a bunch of people in my alliance for sure that ask me to just take a look at their city and recommend what to upgrade. And it might be a good idea for Barry to do one of those live on maybe Monsters.
Yeah, I think that's something that you guys will talk about in the Mantras of Monsters, uh, because I have to say that the whole disclosure sharing your account uh, does break TOS, but I agree 100% with you. And I think the biggest issue now is a lot of people are scared to share their account because there has been so many account stealing and that's been going on. And guys, it's happening a lot. People you shared your account with 6 months ago, a year later is stealing it because now you don't get along with them in the game. It's happening. Look what happened to that one account in 616, and everyone blamed Big Bad Wolf for. And Big Bad Wolf had nothing to do with it. It was some free to play player that was supposed to just babysit the account while the guy took a 3 week break. And he came back 6 months later and decided to fucking zero the whole thing out for no reason. And
Yeah.
that's
Not nothing, but if you give access to your city to somebody else, I would change your passcode
well,
just temporarily.
the issue is this: is you can change a passcode, you can change everything you possibly can, but once it's on like a program such as BlueStacks, they don't need the passcode to get back on it. They just fire BlueStacks up, and if that's the last city that BlueStacks was logged into, it's gonna pop right back up, and they can just change
No,
everything on you. That's the reason
no, you
why. That's the reason
you should
why.
need the passcode to log in.
No, not on BlueStacks. If that's the last city that you logged into, even without the passcode, you can just fire that BlueStacks up, and it will bypass that passcode until the.
Yeah, but
It should
this is,
not been my
of course.
experience.
What are we talking about though? Of course, don't give your information to someone you don't trust. I'm
Right.
talking about the person in your alliance that you trust the most. And yeah, like use a temporary Facebook and unbind it right after and have a passcode. There's a reasonably safe way to do it if you're dealing with someone you trust. Of course, don't give it to someone you don't trust. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to make teaching moments from it and do it right in Alliance chat, guys. You know, so for the people who are online or whatever the case is, they can see the conversation, what's going back and forth, you know, between that particular member. There should be zero reason why any member of your alliance cannot share its plane, its titans, all of its war officers, drill officers. You're right there in chat, and so long as whoever's got a few minutes, you know, to take a look here, there, everywhere, you know, you can make a handful of suggestions just about on every city and you know, just at a few glances usually, you know, hey, focus here, you know, like, oh, this, oh, that, oh, you should definitely get rid of that, you know. And again, you know, all eyes are on it for whoever is online, you know, and it keeps away from those things that Woody and you guys are discussing, the logging in and of account. I personally dislike that. I think it's a pain in the ass. I got to log out of my own Facebook. I got to do all this dumb shit just to get in your city. So it's like, at the end of the day, I feel like it's so much better just to, man, share it, you know? And there's nothing special about them, you know? What the fuck? Don't be embarrassed. This is the, you know, you want to grow, you want to get better. Share those motherfuckers, but then you better take the suggestions, you
I
know? But
So when we got our merger with 738, K 138, he was only at like the C37, I believe, or maybe C38, and his build wasn't the best build. And he asked me, like you said, he asked me to share my stuff, and I shared it. And now he copied that. He completely copied that build, maybe with a little bit of a twist, and he ran with it. And he's freaking killing just as much as I am. Like,
yeah, and that's what it's for. I mean,
yep.
as long as you don't got no crazy shit in there, and he's not just copying it off the whim, you know. But yeah, like that, you know, I would have no problem sharing my officers and essentially telling everybody, yeah, copy this, you know, because I don't have anything that I wouldn't tell a C37 LRA player to probably have, you know. So maybe there's a little bit of differences in there for the most part, but I mean, the build is the build, you know.
Hmm.
You can have a couple of things different, you know, depending on the player and the style of the player, you know. But for the most part, you want things, you know, similar. And how the game works is, you know, the stats average and all of those things. So your best bet is everybody to have, you know, a very similar officer build.
I
So
agree. So someone in the YouTube chats asked me, Woody, why is your building such like these, the oil refinery? Why are they all at level one? Um, I know why I do it. A lot of people know why I do it. So when you have a building event in Strongest Commander, um, you use these. When you have everything at 41, so on and so forth, use these. They don't cost uranium, and that's a easy million points. So if everyone in your alliance goes and starts off at level 1 and builds it to level 30, or even to the free portion of it where it's what, level 13, that's a million points. So imagine 100 people in your alliance doing it. That's 100 million points. And if you do it with your farms, I mean, these are old nation secrets. Sorry for exposing it, guys, but it was going to come out sometime. But in reality, most of these nations out there that are competitive, they don't even rely on the building points or the recruiting points. They want to kill you. They want to kill. They rely on that kill event. You know, like they're coming to play.
Yeah, but it's hard when it's a bubble fest.
Oh
So that
God, it's
those
so
building
horrible.
points can make a difference.
Whoa! Someone just
Make it hard.
donated. Someone just donated 2,000 coins. Thank you, thank you, thank you so
That
much.
was me.
Thank you,
That was me,
Bryce.
Woody.
Thank you,
You're welcome, bro.
Bryce. So when it comes to that, guys, like when it's a bubble fest, and that's why I made in my room the blacklist room. You know, so if you experience a nation that went really hard on recruiting and they just bubbled and that was it, that's all they did was bubble and they won me over it and they did not fight, I suggest putting them on the blacklist. So all the other nations throughout the game, if they see that nation there in the explanation of what happened, they can properly prepare themselves for what they're going up against and against that nation. So I'm not going to say any nation names, but let's say a certain nation decide, you know, we can't fight these guys. There's no fucking way to beat them. Um, we got to get them in recruiting if we want to beat them. Okay, so you know that nation's on the list. So that means that you're going to have to recruit heavy to match that and force them to fight.
I will say though, I came from one of the newer nations and moved down to the older nations. That there are some one-offs that you know you can't beat. because we came up against one we knew we could not beat. We ended up losing anyway, but we came out and fought against every other nation. So, great grain of salt there.
I mean, there's ways to fight against those nations that you can't beat. You assume that you can't beat without recruiting. For one, don't try to go head to head with the number one alliance. You're just going to fail every single time. So start focusing on your second rank alliance. Hide your troops. Make traps for that second rank alliance. Now,
Yeah, no, I like this is so I go and play in other nations and stuff. But one thing that I think I don't know, maybe my breakthrough skill is pissing people off. And it's, I mean, it's a constant grind. And, when you're that person trying to bait and trying to fucking zero all their, you got to find the alliance that cares about flags and cares about farms. And you have to just it's like a mental warfare game just to try to get some of these nations where you just got to find their weakest link. And it's a grind. I personally love it because it's like challenging to see if you kind of can catch them, and you just got to get creative with ways of, like when we played you, when right, you have to be
you're never,
creative.
you guys are never gonna let that go.
No, but come
It
on,
was
man,
good.
that was
It was
fucking
good.
great.
It was epic. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna lie. That was epic. What you guys
It
did to
was
me was
great. Quite
epic.
honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait to see see if you guys could fucking, you know what I mean? Like maybe you guys replicate it in a real close fight. But just stuff like that, you gotta adapt, right? You gotta evolve. You gotta figure some different ways. Maybe it's moving players from the top alliance to the second because you can use them to bait, right? Because then all of a sudden they're trying to make moves, they seem like, oh yeah, you can catch them, but you don't follow through. You're just like shake and baking them or something like that. It's like all types of stuff that you got to think of, and not just, it's not just you get to this place where it's not just a slugfest. I mean, you got to get creative, especially if you have big accounts like Woody's account, Holbrook, like 796. I know that's a nation that they keep coming up against bubbles because I mean, who the fuck wants that?
Yeah,
So
I agree.
yeah,
So I do want to say, like, when it comes to trapping, I would rather hit. I don't like hitting 34s as a trap. You know what I mean? Come on, it's a 34. We're 41s. If we need points, we're going to hit you no matter what. But what is the bet? What would you say the average city would be something that would open your eyes up? Like, I got to get that. Like what? A 37, at least 37, 38 would be a perfect nation to grab the enemy nation's attention to want to hit as a trap. And also, I mean, keep your troops in there. If you have enough people, if you have enough people online, and you're going to set a trap, keep those troops in there. Don't send all your troops out, because now you're taking whatever troops out of there, and you're going literally defense versus offense. Offense will always win unless you have stronger and a lot more numbers, because the game is meant and designed for the attacker, not the defender. Remember that,
yeah,
guys.
no, 100%. So
So
I
yeah,
always keep T4s home.
well, T4, like if I personally seen 37, it was fogged, and I can't scout it, like speed scout is what I call it, speed scout. I'm not going to send. I'm going to assume this is a trap unless I have a lot of people. We're not sending. But if you have a city that's not fogged, unbubbled, and the troops are in there, you have a good. I'm going to say 80% more chance that the enemy is going to hit that once they scout it. But be ready. Don't be like this. Okay, guys, we're going to defend, and you're looking over here for other people. No, you watch that fucking city that you're going to defend, because it's eventually going to happen. Let me ask you guys, because I know that Holbrook's in here and you're in here, KS Queen. If there was a city, our 37, we'll just say one of our 37s, even in that middle of our void, if it was unbubbled with no fog and you didn't see any movement, you would assume that we're probably sleeping. And you guys will probably go for it once you had numbers.
I'm the wrong person to talk to about that.
No, but I mean, let's be real.
Ask Holbrook.
I think. Look, honestly, I think if I know the nation is active and fighting, honestly, I think it's 100% a trap. Or the city is empty, or it's going to be a trap. Because if it's a fighting nation, I don't think there are like not many idiots left without bubbles right now.
Yeah, but if it's right around that time where a bubble usually drops, if someone uses that 8 hour
Oh
bubble,
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just fucking waiting. But see, I'm bad because like when so of course I'm only doing this shit when Holbrook's online
right?
and you right, and when you have the right attackers, and so like right now I'm in the second alliance trying to teach that like how to attack smart. But with when Holbrook's online, like my dumb ass will be like, let's go now, right?
Let's go hit Woody.
I'm hitting fucking everything. Like, I mean, I'm one of those players like, so I play two different accounts. I play one account in SAD, one in IGB, and so like I feel like I need to alternate cities like every other void because like I'm down to one fleet at the end of void on that one, so one's got to recover while I play the other one. So I mean, I go hard in void. I love void, but yeah, no. I mean, honestly, anything that drops, unless I just feel like it's a T4 trap or somebody's trying to like do something stupid, but just got to be smart with who's online.
Well, let's use this as an example. This city right here, Sleepy. Okay, you pull up his stats. He's got 94 million. He cannot hide his troops. He's at right after 70. He can't hide his troops because of the amount that he can send out. He's only got 15 million kills. He's unfreaking fogged. The bubble's down. You're not seeing much movement. People are not hiding their troops in the actual alliance, so on and so forth. That would be something if you're like a 41 or even a 40, and you got
Yeah,
20 people online. You're like, let's go, let's
yeah,
Yeah,
fucking go.
yeah,
yeah,
And that would be a perfect city to use as a trap because then you got the reinforcements coming in on top of that 90 million.
yeah.
Yeah. Timing really matters on that type of hypothetical. If this is a reset, then you better have the numbers. If this is
Yeah.
at 3 in the morning, then it's probably more likely it's an actual bubble drop unless you're fighting a lock nation. What time of
yeah,
the day is it?
I'm
What nation
scouting that
is it?
motherfucker with my troops.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's yeah.
I
So
mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely don't scout it.
Well, no, he's
That's
well,
talking.
not what
He's
I'm
talking
getting
about
at.
he's gonna send like 1,000 troops into it just so he can get that report and see what's in it.
yeah, but that's even scouting too. That creates movement, and that's gonna wake people up, right? Sometimes, if you just want, I don't know. To me, like if you have the right people on, you're just going for it, right? And then I think too, you also gotta train people and know how to use retreat, right? In case some shit goes down. But like, I don't know. I would like to hear Holbrook's opinion of that because he knows how I am. I'm just fucking chomping at the bit.
Holbrook.
I wasn't online. Sorry, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay, so if this 30, we're talking about traps and making the traps. What kind of city is more likely to be hit in a trap versus not even going to send kind of deal. So this city, a C39 with 94 million BP, bubble drops, no fog, and you have 20 people, 30 people online. Are you going for it, or
Yeah, sure.
or would you go for a
Um,
34 if that happened with only 30 million BP?
Uh, I mean, I would want to go for it regardless. If I'm playing with a bunch of people that are afraid to lose the fleet, I've already made a bad choice.
Well, I mean, yeah, regardless, but I'm just saying in general, if you're a war nation and fighting another nation, and the nation's trying to make a trap, uh, I don't think it's good to use 34s as traps. I would think try to use a semi higher city because it's better payout.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would say both, to be honest. So if you have a big city and you can create a trap, fantastic. But if you don't have a big city online, or if you have someone that needs resources, or your nation needs resources, sitting there farming in a C34 is a great way to attract attention.
I
Yeah,
think if it's not if it's 93 million and you drop
your shield, I'm sending 5 fleets, and I don't care what the situation is.
You kill it. Anything that
Get
drops a
it, man.
shield,
That's
you
right.
fucking kill
I'm
it.
coming
Kill
too.
it.
God damn it.
5
Mate,
fleets.
Well, what I
P39 with 90 million BP, you kill it. Doesn't
well,
matter. Don't think twice.
well
You just speed in there.
so what I'm talking about is using this city as a trap. Let's say
Yeah.
as
So
we have, let's say we have 30 people online. So what city am I going to want to use to set the trap up? Am I going to want to use that 34, or am I going to want to use this fucking juicy 39 with 94 million BP?
I think
It
you use the
doesn't matter.
34.
Anything above 38 hurts just because of what's in the city. Obviously, 39 helps, but not that much, if I'm honest. But yeah, 38, 39 definitely is a juicy target. Most people will go for it
That's
on a
and that's
30 and
and that
39 as
and
opposed to a 40, 41.
well, that's what I'm talking about
It
right
doesn't
there.
matter. And please send 20 to reinforce because we can eat.
yeah, I think he was just saying strategically, if you were like planning to set up a trap, like would you know what I mean?
It
We're
depends.
all
It
talking
depends
about
on the troops you have.
we're all talking about circumstantial, like, whoever's on, we're just using, but if you had a choice, like, what would you rather use? Would you tell the C-34 to chill and use the C-37? Is that what you're saying, Woody?
So what I would like, what I'm saying is this: is if I'm going to set a trap up, I don't want to use a 34 or a 35 that's only got like 30 million BP, because people can scout that. These guys are going to be afraid to lose the troops. All right, you already. If we all know from the past that a lot of people use 34s, 35s for a trap city. Okay, so and especially if it's a war nation, you already know that that 34 is most likely going to be a trap. But if a 39 drops the city and it's got all that BP still in there and the troops are in there, you're more likely to get a team attack from the enemy on that 39 than you will on that 34 with only 30 million BP. So if you have the
What
people on reinforcement that's ready to reinforce, I would say use that higher city, because the higher. I'm not talking about no 41 with 200 million BP. That'd be stupid to use that as a trap, especially if you don't got the reinforcements to handle that. And the enemy nation's like 425, because they're gonna eat that up no matter what you put in there. But if you're like in the 700s, that would be something you're gonna really want to use. Is like a higher city, semi-higher, even a 37 would be perfect, honestly.
It depends
if
on it depends on what's inside the city as well. Because remember,
Well,
you
you leave
also
it.
got to weigh up what troops are in there. Because obviously you're going to get reinforcements, but if that city doesn't have a lot of front line, that's going to get eaten up
Well,
straight away. And then
and that's
so you
that's
got you got to
that's what
weigh
I
that
mean.
up as well.
And that's what I mean. Keep the troops in there. Keep the troops in there, so when they scout it, and they will speed scout it or even scout it slow, they see troops in there. So now it really looks like it's a city with a bubble drop versus a
Yeah, but the
city to
problem
bubble
you have is
drop,
the
and then
problem
the
you got, Woody, but the problem you have is a 94 million BP. You leave the troops in there. Now you saying leave them all in there and
yeah.
trap or show and then hide, because
Well,
that
yeah.
guy, if
I'm
he
talking
gets
about for the.
burnt, he's fucked.
I'm talking about for the actual scout. Like if they're scouting you, you want to have the troops in there so they make so
Yeah,
it
but what I'm
looks
saying is
like they
when
got
they hit
troops.
you, what's inside?
Well, I mean, when they hit you, that's when as soon as they hit you, and when the attack starts is when you fucking speed reinforce. Never
Yeah,
fuck.
but what I'm saying to you is that guy who has all those 94 million BP troops, right? He gets hit. All right, you send out all the
You
reinforcements.
can.
But
I'm just listening to something else. I
if
don't
they
like
lose
that
that battle,
stuff.
it's gonna fucking hurt that guy a lot.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying, Goat. So
No, go on.
what I'm saying is the planning on a trap. Okay, they're scouting, right? You want to have your
Yeah,
troops in there, so you want to have your troops in there, so they see there's fucking 5 million troops in there, guys. We got 30
yeah.
people online. Let's fucking go. Everyone sent. That's enough time from that scout, from them to look at the reports, get all the pluses, people ready to go. It's enough time to hide majority of the troops. But if you scout this 39 and there's 0 troops in there, are you gonna send?
Yeah, of course. Now, so I get what you're saying,
Okay,
because I'm saying
that's
they'll scout, they'll see 5 million, but then he hides like 4 fleets and then does the trap.
yeah,
That's fine. What
yeah.
I'm saying is on
That's
the
what I'm
other
talking.
side is if the guy doesn't hide and you face a nation who sees it, doesn't scout, or pretends to send a scout, thinking they've got time and then just speeds in, because we've done it before.
Well,
You send a scout, they're thinking, oh, he's scouting, but we're actually plussing. And before that scout even goes in, we've hit. Now that guy with the 94 million BP is going to get hit. If he gets burnt, that's it. He's lost like 3.5 million troops.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about being actual smart about your alliance and better prepared as an attack. If you scout something hurt and post and someone sends their speeds in there, that's your alliance's fault. Like
Yeah.
you just totally fucked up the an actual team attack by doing that, and it does happen.
No. What I mean is we've done it before where we've sent a scout, right? So the plane's flying for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute, right?
Hmm.
So the defending team think, you know what, they're scouting. You know, they're going to scout, they're going to see. The guy who's trying to set the trap is thinking, okay, I'll show all my troops, and then obviously they'll see it. But what we do is we don't wait until that scout goes to the city. We're already putting plus numbers. We're hitting that city before that scout goes there, so he can't hide everything. He's showing it. I've got 5 million in there, and we want to hit the 5 million. We don't want to see the 5 million and then it disappears.
So let me
So it's
let me
another tactic.
let me ask you something. If you're gonna set a trap up in your alliance in your nation,
Yeah.
are you gonna wait till after they scout to reinforce? No, if you, as soon as you start seeing lions coming towards it, everyone's going to probably send reinforcement. And if
Not
they're
really, because then if you send too many people, then don't attack.
well, I
So some
mean,
people play dead, don't they?
and I get that, but if it's only one line coming there, I mean, you can tell pretty quickly if it's real or not. If it's a real or
Yeah.
fake fleet, it's literally all you gotta do is look at this, and it's gonna show you if it's real or fake.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And I think if going back to your question, it would be better to use a C39 for a trap as opposed to something below. I would say you should never use anything below a C38 to trap, just because of the troop types
Then that's what
and
I'm
the city level.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Use a semi-higher city to trap. It's more than likely going to get attacked. Now, I'm not telling you to use a 41 with 350 million BP. Don't do that. Like, come on, you got to use
No,
your.
do that. Do that. Do
Yeah.
that. It works.
Shut up. Shut up.
And that's
What do
gonna
you
be for
I don't know why you guys are talking about either or though. So like I would say set up a C38 with a bubble drop in 2 hours and make sure everybody knows that their bubble drop is going to be in 2 hours so people can be online and do a reinforce. But then if you don't have something planned like that, then having a C44 out there just farming and all like I don't see this discussion as which should you do. I see this discussion as you need to learn how to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so the discussion that I brought up. The question was asked to me in private, so that's why I decided to talk about it. But I'm pretty sure you all get what I'm saying.
For sure.
I would definitely encourage people to do what Holbrook did to me. You definitely encourage it. Um, definitely have that 34. Have a 34 literally port all for like hours, just sending fleets out, scouting here and there with no troops in it. People sending to it, making
There
sure
is.
there's no troops, and
I
then
think I'm
when it
gonna leave a
EW,
little bit early today as part of my flex because Will's picking Gage up from school.
sorry, mainly you had to mute you. And that's a personal right there. Sorry. But yeah, fuck, I lost my train of
So
thought.
basically, pretend you're farming and then catch the person when he
So
tries to catch.
So what he did, I'm actually kind of even though it's embarrassing on my end, but actually it's something that was awesome that happened to me. They had a 34 that was sitting over here for in this alliance, right around I'll say right around this area. Scouting for 3 or 4 hours, never had troops, hit his troops, just scouted. And we sent to it many times and never got a single troop out of it, right? And then we had Elite War. Okay, we had Elite War. Or actually before a war. That city that was scouting all the time went into an open spot of our hive and started doing the whole scouting thing inside of our hive. And matter of fact, it was right where 138 is right here, or maybe this city back behind there, right around this area. So it's all bunched up and stuff like that. You can't really see shit, right? So it's started doing the whole scouting thing. We sat there was nothing in there for like an hour straight, and then we hit Elite War. And when Elite War happened, Holbrook switched out the city with his right and changed the skin to match the person that was there before, that 34 before, removed the dragon. So when Elite War was over, we didn't see the switch. And I thought that was a 34, and I watched some troops come back in, and I sent. not knowing it was Holbrook, and boy, that hurt. That hurt. Fucking epic.
That was smart.
It was epic. It was freaking epic. But I think that it's an Elite War kind of thing that you can do something like that. I don't think.
Yeah, when they're not watching you, when everyone jumps into Elite War, no one pays attention.
Yeah, and I get that you can see when you click on that, you can see the city, whatever, so on and so forth there. But in the time that you're trying to send, I'll be honest, no one looks at this. Everyone just clicks and tries to hit as fast as they can. But the second you hit them, you realize you done fucked up.
Just before I go, what's this new flying rat?
It's an actual dragon, so we'll check it out real quick. Go to mine.
So I know you've been over an hour already.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a new flying rat.
It's a new flying. You can call it a rat, but it's an actual dragon. It's a Pokemon at right in the
So
beginning.
it's just the same thing as the previous one, just
It's a dragon. So that's the Pokemon look of it, and then when the Dazzle, you actually got a dragon.
So what does it do?
So it does that, and then you got the wounded unit bonus limit is 2,000, and they got fucking a lot of them for 2,000. But also, hold
The
on.
main level is HP.
Yeah. So the main level is HP.
So it's just a HP dragon.
Well, it's pretty much the same thing as the Phoenix. It's just an additional.
It's just basically Mew and then Mewtwo and then Mew.
Yeah.
Fucking all it is.
And then you got some more troop expansion on this one.
And great.
And more, and then you got the thing that's gonna really bankrupt America. Is this guy?
Yeah, this is a joke.
I mean,
people just put your wallet away. Don't even buy this goddamn thing.
It's gonna be super expensive to get.
Of course it is.
It's I'm gonna say I would prefer. I mean,
I thought you meant like there was an actual dragon, like an actual frigging dragon, like
that is
titan.
That is a fucking dragon. That
no,
is
as in like you got the two titans and the warship. I thought there might be a flying dragon behind it or some shit now, but no.
No, this is a dragon skin. I'm assuming we just call it a dragon skin, but it's an actual dragon. There will be people that do max it up pretty quickly, like Lee God, Mental, probably Holbrook, probably Beast and Ducky. I mean, they're gonna max it out pretty quickly because they are very competitive. What they do in this game, they love the game just like every single person that's in this room does. But I fear that if they max it out too quickly, we're gonna get another fucking, I don't know, a panda after this or something.
No, I think what's coming next is an actual pet that actually fight with the dragons. That's the next one. Not the dragons, the titans.
Maybe that's after this C44 drops. I don't know.
Supposed to be coming out next month, right? That's when the anniversary.
I don't know 100% when it's coming out, guys. Okay, I would love to.
No, I don't mean as in the same. I mean the anniversary is next month, right? I know you can't answer certain questions.
It's actually at the end of this month, and then going into October. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to start talking to certain people. I'm not gonna say anything, but based on that message I sent you, I think I need to start having conversations with people.
Yeah.
Because this is becoming a joke. But what I sent you definitely is gonna help. So I'll let you know more about it when I know more about it.
But I will say that the dragon and the phoenix put together, if a good portion of the people in your alliance have it, I don't think the 600 million BP, 700 million BP, if they get caught with their pants down, I don't think it's going to help. I mean, I think it's gonna really hurt them.
You know what this dragon does? You know the people who have the purple and the white one. You know the dragons, not those glittery things, the LBGT things.
These things right here, the little ones?
No, they're just some LGBT rainbow shit, mate. I'm talking about
the little ones.
But what? So you replace the fat one with the skinny ones now?
Correct.
Is that what you do?
So you replace.
Now you've got a lizard. So you've got like a lizard type.
There's
dragon
two
now.
separate.
They're on Ozempic, all right. Yeah, they're on Ozempic.
They're
what?
They're all weight loss shots. The dragon.
I mean, weight loss.
This is something out of a pride thing, man. They just putting some rainbow colored shit in there now. It's not really doing any different,
No,
is it?
but they are doing difference. Okay, so the stats that you get from it, they all stack. So right here, level 8, increase attack to melee. Increase attack to melee. So that's going to be a huge one to get right there from that
None of
dragon.
us are gonna get, or maybe if I wanted, I could get there. But most of us, forget like the average spenders. Most of us spenders, we ain't getting there for another what, a year, bro. Who's gonna get to that melee bit, like
Well,
pumping up?
I
I
mean,
know Holbrook and
these will.
Mental and them not got it.
These first all the way up to 16 people will. Okay, so if you look at my alliance in our hive, a lot of our even the semi free to play players they got them.
And
So
you're
like
saying it's a better investment than putting them into other
no
areas of
no
the city?
I've not said that I've not said that at all. Not at all. It's not a better
To be
investment
honest,
to
you
put.
know when you look at that city with the white dragon, right?
Hmm.
Just above the one with the white dragon. That
Yeah,
one.
right here. Yeah.
That alone, when you're fighting in a void or whatever, right? That white dragon alone makes people think twice. Fuck, do I hit this guy or not? Just because it's that white dragon. Because you think, oh man, that guy's a massive spender, right? He must have a lot under the hood. So anyone who's smart, you have a white dragon like that, people are gonna think twice about hitting you. Like genuinely.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, not.
Nah, most people would trust me. Like I when I was playing Frenzy, I think a couple of weeks ago, dude, I saw some guy and I thought twice about hitting him. Then I went into his city, looked at his stats, and I was like, nah, he's weak. I'm gonna hit him. He just buys the dragon. But it kind of gives that perception that, do you know what I mean? This guy's a spender. Think before you hit him.
The only thing the white dragon does is it increase the attack by 18% and increase attack to mid
Yeah, I
range.
don't mean as in the dragon. I mean as in the amount spent to get that. And you'd think that's a big spending guy who's got a lot under his hood.
If you get it right away, right when it first releases, yeah, you're gonna already know that they spent a pretty penny to get it. But
Yeah.
it's been like what 8 weeks since maybe about 8 weeks since the Phoenix came out, and people
Mm.
even some of these free to play players are maybe $100 a month or $100 a week spenders. They've already got that. But if they
So you
got
can just get the skin, but it's just a stat you have to kind of spend others on, right?
yeah, you just gotta get to level 16, and you can literally
Okay.
spend $50 every time the either the Titan wheel or the what do you get this stuff at from?
Well, so it's not actually that expensive to get the skin then,
If you get it right away, it is. But if you
as in
just
over
wait,
time.
if you wait over time, I mean, it's just like anything in the game. If you wait it over time, you can
Yeah.
nickel and dime it. It's just if you want, like what I did to get the blue one before this, that was like $2,500 on the first day.
Mm. Oh yeah.
So,
We all know you don't like to wait.
oh, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting
Hmm?
because it's just to get this to get off here, the little Pokemon.
I think your blue one just ruins the whole
With
mean
this little
looking.
baby
Like you've
one.
got this mean, yeah, because you've got this mean looking purple one, and then it's got some tiny little blue ass cute little shit that doesn't even look that mean anymore.
Well, this is just like the baseline. The baseline. Hey,
Oh,
I got a dragon, and now you can start leveling it up. Now this don't disappear until you get it to level what 16, I think it is.
but that little one then evolved into a bigger one. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
and this is
the,
this would be
the lizard one.
this would be the default one right here.
Oh wow. Okay. And whoever cooked this up in Camel, man,
It,
he's getting fat paychecks.
and this default one, it still doesn't have an extra master skill either. It's just this one's for looks. Once you get into these blue, green, purple colors of the rainbow, uh,
What's the maximum one?
the maximum one, this will probably be the one Mental gets like within a couple weeks. Um,
God damn.
this one is 3,000 more troops and and an HP boost. Okay, now on top of that, I'm assuming that you're gonna have to get both of these to get that one, like how it was with the Phoenix. So you're talking about 2,000 plus another 2,000 plus another 3,000. So that's 7,000 right there, and then the Phoenix is another 7,000. So that's 14,000 extra troops, um, in just these skins.
What's that taking the fleet sizes to like 800?
That is the fleet size I'm telling you. So if you
What?
have
No,
both of these maxed out, that's an extra 14,000. So that's like an additional uh, garage at your level.
like I'm saying. So let's say someone uses President buff, Marshall buff or whatever it is that gives you the full fleet.
Hmm.
What numbers are we looking at now? 800 fleet or 700 and something fleet?
I think the most that we've seen so far, I think, what was it? Oh man, 750, 800 right around there. Before that,
Wow.
I haven't never seen it, but I think I've seen I think I've seen reports that people had over seven hundred
That's probably
thousand.
with the the Megatron looking skin, the one that gives you that
It
boost.
might be, but I think with this, if you're going to be seeing 800,000 in like a max city coming at you, and that's going to fuck you up.
Oh yeah, dude,
That's
800. If you hit with 800, man, that's gonna hurt.
imagine saving up all those huge fleet skins, city skins on top of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The transformer looking one, the red one,
Yeah,
that gives you a big boost on your
and then using the
fleet size.
president, Oh
Yeah.
my god! I
Does
think
the thing stack? When you get the global one, when you win Frenzy, you get that president one, the
yeah,
gold one.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Does that give you fleet size? It doesn't, does it?
about. When you win frenzy or void, no.
When you win, like when you be like head of state, the head of state, and
I
then the
think that's
president, you got a
no.
point.
I think that's 13% of just attack. I could be
Oh,
wrong
bro.
because
So
I think
so imagine that 13% attack with that extra fleet size, the mecha skin. Like, oh,
yeah,
this
but
God
not
is
many.
gonna
You
be
got to
sick.
realize not many people. There's only going to be one person uh, per head of state that gets that.
Well, if you see that guy run,
I mean, if you
run.
see that guy, you already know he's going to fight, so you're not going to play stupid. If you play
And
stupid,
also, it doesn't last until the next kill event.
oh,
That
so
was it.
yeah, it doesn't. It's kind of like how like the void winter skin is. Once
Yeah,
next
ours
time,
just ran
Oh, so
out
it
like
just runs out
yesterday
every
or
time before
today.
the event, so you don't really get it. It's just for
well,
nation
it's
in
good.
nation.
It's good for like if you have GC or if you have like a Chaos Land or Iron
Yeah,
Blood.
it helps in literally everything else, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
Oh, how
pretty
was
sure
your case,
ours
man?
ran out like today or at reset or something.
yeah. It was
I
at
can't
reset.
remember.
It was at reset because mine. It was on there last night, but it ain't today. So
How was your case, Woody?
I came in second or third, one of the two. But our nation and our alliance came in first.
Did you
Uh,
test what's the biggest you can hit? Or you
yeah, I was
didn't?
at 1.2 mil. I was able to send out.
Oh wow. How
Yeah.
much BP did you kill? How much did you fight?
So okay, I guess you're gonna want to see some
I
reports
think
from me.
I hit I hit a 9 million BP city and I won, which was quite impressive to be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess
Not 9 million, but 9 million troops. It was in that city, and I killed it.
what kind of city was it?
That's the 40,
What was the stats?
quite high. But I boosted up everything. I didn't use any of my tickets on. I just put fleet size. All my tickets were just fleet size.
Well, yeah, that's what the whales are supposed to do. They're supposed to
Yeah,
use fleet size, and everyone else use it
man,
for
that's gonna.
tickets.
The Chaos Land was expensive on gold. I'll tell you that much. Very expensive.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie. You hit a 9 million troop city.
Did they drop Chaos Land just before GC? A day before GC?
I think it was the day after GC. Yeah,
Oh
it was a
wow,
day. It
that's
was a
probably
day
why a
at.
lot of people. That's probably why a lot of people didn't turn up because a lot of people had probably spent all their money on the GC.
I mean, that could be. I know that in my eyes, I think that they dropped the Chaos Land because not a lot of people did show up for GC.
Oh, probably then.
And like,
Yeah, because a lot of people were boycotting it, weren't they? Because no one wanted to play it.
I didn't play it. My nation didn't play GC. We're sitting out this season. We're kind of
Yeah, I think most people are.
well, it's not like it's not like we're calling it a movement. It's more we're calling it, hey, you know what? We need a fucking merger because we already know who's gonna win this. So why are we gonna participate in something and just waste millions of gold, millions of speeds? No, we're good. We'll just sit the fuck out and let the person that's gonna win it
Oh,
win it.
yeah. Oh god, we played Ronaldo's nation on Elite War a day ago.
Hmm.
Fucking hell, they steamrolled us. I was speeding everywhere.
Oh,
Literally.
I know Ronaldo and Lee guys gonna be they're gonna be Ronaldo's gonna be busy with 425 for a while. They're getting back-to-back EW. What's going on? I'm looking for some decent reports from
Did
Gasland.
you post it in your nation chat? It might be on your nation chat. It's easy to find it.
I posted in the global chat. I'm a dick.
Oh, you can post Chaos Land reports on global chat.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. So here's one that I hit. He had 5.8 mil, and I hit and killed 4.6.
Damn, it's good.
But I hit him without his Titans. You know, I was pretty smart about what I'm sending, because
Mm.
that many troops with the Titans, yeah, it would not. It would have been a completely different story. I know when not to hit or not to send and when to send. And I sped, dude. The thing is, I sped across the whole fucking map to hit this guy too. The whole
Bloody
fucking
hell.
map. He poured it in, he sent, and I'm like, I checked and see what his BP was. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. And I did.
I chased one guy 5 times. Bastard kept bubbling every time I put it like next to him, a little bit away from him. Just before I get into the city, he bubbles. And I'm like, I just wasted $2,000 of gold and teleport, and then another $2,000 gold just speeding.
You know what? You know how to counter that, right? People that you're playing, cat and mouse with. So
What's that?
if you go to send and their port right away, have a second player from your alliance come in here and send, and then you wait to see where he ports and send. The second he gets there, send towards him.
Oh yeah, because he moves, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he'll move. You send it like it has to be literally the second he moves. Usually when they port, they're porting within like that kind of area, cause just to get out of there before it gets there. And then they
Yeah.
open up the screen to look and see where they can port. That's what you got to do. Like that's how you counter those cat and mouse games, chase, whatever you want to call it. Have a second person there send it, and you wait. Be patient.
All right, I've got to get back to work. Have fun, guys.
Have a good one. Have a good one.
Or jump on the next one when you do a anniversary one.
Yeah. So you guys, anyone here in the chat have any questions, real quick? Anyone? You guys think that this new skin's gonna be good, or you think that it should not have dropped? Would love to know your opinion.
Too soon. Good skin. Too soon.
Good skin too soon.
Agree, way too soon based on spending.
I just don't feel like it.
They're
Anyone
just
else get
cash
that? Like, it's
grabbers.
just why?
I don't know.
Just to get you to spend more.
No, I get that, but I don't think they understand that even people that spend and want to spend,
Oh, I'm with you.
they're
I'm
just
on your
like,
page,
no,
100%.
they're just no. Just because, no.
I'm literally at that point. It's getting, people have been saying for the last year how ridiculous it is, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It's crazy. It really, truly is, honestly. Even for the whales and the people who spend, 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever, it's getting to the point of ridiculous. Used to be you could get max and then sit there for 6 months to a year and then slowly play and have
people
fun.
catch
Now,
up,
there's no in game. Literally, no
Yeah.
in game.
There's no catching up.
and no merch on
Even
top
for
of that. So
Ronaldo.
Hey, Woody, I
it'll
got
be
a
a
question
on
for
League
you.
Guide and Mental, and a couple other folks, literally under 10 people probably that have it right away. But apart from that, the rest of the game, 98% of the game, I think it's just about had it.
Hey, in War and Order, I'm assuming there's an officer system similar to this, correct?
So in War and Order, it's a little bit different, but it is very similar to it. Yes.
All right. Hypothetically, well, it's not really a hypothetical question. Have they released 3 strategy officers there? Or are we all just hoping for something that hasn't materialized in the game?
I honestly did not look into that when I was looking into it. I did not look into that.
Because I haven't checked either.
I think that's something that if someone has a War and Order, they can be able to answer that.
Hey, Woody, I have a question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. What was it, yesterday or the day before? I guess Camel accidentally released a screenshot of that officer or whatever the heck it was in the top. Was this dragon also, this new little swirly dragon, whatever you want to call it, also dropped? Didn't somebody say it had a 3,000 day bite as well?
I seen that. I seen
And
that
if so,
screenshot. Where is that
I have a
screenshot?
copy of it. But
Yes, post that
that
screenshot.
being said, I have to find it. Hold on. But that being said, does that mean we're getting a new officer now this year, even though we were all led to believe we weren't?
What's funny, that literally was my question. So go ahead. I was about to ask about the new officer time frame because I did this dragon.
Exactly. I'm
We're
like,
Someone
we're
put
in that
I
time
mean,
frame for a new officer. You
this
know?
one.
well,
This one right here. This one right here.
there it is.
3,649 days. That honestly, this is like kind of the band date that they put in usually, and I don't know what is that an officer that we already have?
No.
no.
It's gonna be
Well,
under the strategy one.
No, and I'm just mentioning it because every time they release a new whale only 1% fleet size increase, it just makes me wish that they were giving everyone an actual sizable fleet size increase, not because like Woody asked
Agree.
earlier for someone to do an 80 times 14,000 to see how many more troops in a hypothetical 80-man speed attack are you getting if every single person had all of the fleet size increases from those dragons, and you're only looking at like an extra 1.1 million troops in that attack. So it's not it's I mean it's something, yeah, but no one's going to have that. You're only going to have like 3 to 5 of those people, maybe in like one or two places 10.
yeah.
But if you gave people like the amount that a level 55 fucking officer gives you, like a Morgan or a Saki, that like you could start to see more fighting happen. What the damn thing that we care about, you know?
Yeah.
Like
They're making the difference too far apart from the whale to the average person. I mean, you're looking at 14,000. Pick Metal, for example, love him to death, but so he's going to buy the dragon. We all know it.
Yeah.
That's going to give him
We
a
know that.
14,000 increase. And then you're going to pop C44. You're going to give him 18,000 more.
Yep.
That's 33,000, not counting for all the other little, increases for Saki or Morgan or whatever we have. I mean, you're talking what, 36,000 troop increase? I mean, that's basically, and again, I'm one of the guys that gets a lot of this stuff. So I'm defending the guy who doesn't. I think they need to give us an officer or something that has a fleet expansion for everybody to balance it, because they're going to make it to where the whale guy can literally take on 40, 50, 60 people. It's getting ridiculous. It really is. It's not going to be fun anymore, and we're going to lose the average to below average spenders is what's going to happen.
yeah, that's why I keep mentioning it so much. Like every single time I see like you see it once, you see it twice, you see it fucking like 5 times in 1 year without any type of sizable introduction to
Absolutely.
general pop, and it
I
just
spoke.
becomes
So
too much.
I spoke to Camel, Representative Camel. I've spoken to him and told him about the whole merger and stuff. That I told him if we don't see a merger, that's what everyone looks forward to. It is a merger, whether it's a good merger, bad merger. Your niece is not getting merger, but someone else is. That's what we look forward to. And I told him that I feared that what's going to happen is that with all this push of new stuff, with no merger, and then you got the same events such as GC, no one's going to show up for one. And we've already seen this season already in the first round, no one's really showing up. That it's going to force these newer players to be so far away that they're just like, well, it doesn't even matter if I get zeroed out anymore. Anyways, I'm done. The second I get zeroed, it's done. And
But I think because people are spending less, Woody, I think they're coming out with new spending events because we're spending less than GC or other events like that.
I kind of
That's what
agree.
scares me.
I kind of agree with that because if you notice, as soon as GC round one preliminary was over, no one ever showed up. Chaos Land came out, and what
Yep,
happened? What happened?
absolutely.
We all showed up and we all
Everybody
spent.
played.
Yeah, everyone
I
played
mean,
it.
what was the participation compared to the two? I bet it was huge difference.
Well, I can tell you in 736 we did not do GC, but we did Chaos Land and we came first by like over
Yeah,
1.2 billion.
that's badass.
Yeah, so
Congrats, man.
well that just shows that we fell for the whole. Well, you ain't gonna do this. I bet you're gonna do that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We harp on it
Totally.
all the time, but I just don't understand how they can't see how much more spending would just drastically fucking increase when they start merging nations that have been waiting. Not just in that nation itself, but like because other people will finally have to worry about having competition. They're going to start spending
But
too. Like
instead of doing
it
these,
seems
it,
so simple.
I
Instead
agree.
of doing these dragons, they should have done an officer. That's what they should have done. Allowed everybody an
Yes.
opportunity, whether it be an S, a double S, or triple S. I mean, the difference in an S and a triple S is not as big a difference in somebody having 6 dragons for 14,000 troops. I mean, it's not good for the game. It really isn't.
Well, like I've always
Realistically, I would be surprised if we don't get a new officer in the next 2 weeks. But yeah, I do agree with that statement.
Has there been an officer released on the anniversary date
there
before?
was there no there was not. There was Eric that dropped 2 weeks before anniversary, and then we
Yeah,
got
that's what I'm getting at.
41. Then we got 41, or maybe it was a month. But either way, it was close. But it was not on that day.
I mean, Caddy was really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't Caddy, it was someone. It was one of the drill masters was released like in this like leading up to anniversary event thing in that time window.
It wasn't Freya.
Was Eric
It was Eric. That Eric came like 2 weeks
before
before.
C40?
Yeah.
Yeah, before C41.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Good old Eric. That was 2 years.
Well, we've had more officers this year than any year, have we not already?
We've had more everything this year than any year. More everything.
Okay, you win.
We've
More
had
anything.
You win.
Combined 3 years previously.
Has someone checked the weather vane on this? Is Lead God maxed on his?
Oh, they're all maxed. They're all maxed.
Like on Emily. Because if he's maxed on Emily, then we're getting an officer like in the next week.
Well, yeah, he's already said that he's maxed out on Emily.
Yeah.
So that's.
Hey Woody,
He still has some triple S to do, but he's close.
Woody, quick question.
Yes,
I wasn't clear. The 2 dragons, are they stacking, or you have to pick one to get the stats?
So they're stacking. Anything that you get with the dragon or the phoenix stacks on.
You're just picking which one.
Yes,
you're just picking.
Even these will all stack. Even with this one right here, where you get the extra 2,000, and you get this one that's an extra 2,000, so that'll be an extra 4,000. They will stack, and these will stack on top of the phoenix, even if the phoenix are not active.
Okay, thanks.
Everything when it comes to the phoenix.
Don't forget
and
the other 3, Woody. You missed the other 3.
These things.
No, the last one. There's 7,000 troops you can get.
Yeah, 7,000 total. So that's with the dragon and the phoenix. That's a total of 14,000 more troops. And you figure when 44 drops, what was it last year? An additional 6,000 troops in the garage. So we'll just figure another 6,000, maybe 7,000 at max. So you're talking over like 20-something thousand more troops with all that.
Just to make
plus another 40 HP too.
Yeah.
On the
just
other
to make
thing.
just to make Tip happy, I already have the dice.
Damn. So the only thing you're going to be getting real quick
Who said that?
That was mental.
Who said that? Halbert?
That was mental.
Mental, you crazy ass. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. For the record.
So you're gonna go ham on this fucking star invitation to get the puzzle pieces.
Nah, I don't have the 5 rock stupid things, but I'll get everything else.
No, I'm talking about for the puzzle pieces to unlock the actual dazzles.
I don't need it. I already have the dice.
The dies, right? But the dies are for like the dazzle ones. But you got to still get the this level 16
frags
with the puzzle piece frags, whatever.
Oh yeah. I'll go. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get that fucker maxed.
Only to piss Tip off.
So, mental. Let me ask you. I understand that 425 and 693 Ronaldo. You guys have some beef. How is your thoughts on this right now?
Well, he called out our boy, so it's going to be a rough EW for him, right?
I was there. I seen that. I seen the video that Ronaldo posted, and I was kind of like, that's kind of disrespectful. Wow.
Well, the problem is LG doesn't like to play polar. He just gets merit. He tells us all we get our merit and we leave. So we literally leave the game, and then he does all that shit, takes a screenshot. So something tells me that's going to change, and it's going to be a couple rough EWs. I think the last time we played him, it was like 2 minutes 30 seconds or something. It was pretty bad. So, he's not kidding. It's going to be pretty brutal, and I'm sure he'll post it. You know how he is. You piss him off, or he's not the guy you piss off in the game, right?
So I remember when 425 went against what was his name? Already Quinn back in 365, I think it was, or whatever merged with 385. Already Quinn used to play in there, and he mouthed off to Lee God, and well, 2 weeks after that, he quit the game and or moved to Nation 709. I can't say that was what caused it, but I'm about 80% sure that that's what caused it. They said, "Fuck this, I'm out." Mouthed off to the wrong
Are you
person.
kidding? Are you kidding me? 528 pissed him off. Shrimp pissed him off, and literally he had the whole alliance kick them every second they entered, and they all like zeroed themselves in frenzy within 3 days and never been back. It's hilarious, right? He's not the guy you piss off, right?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Same for you. You're not the guy to piss off too. Couple people learned that lesson.
I'm a teddy bear outside of the that Raz guy.
Good old Raz. Let's not say his name too many times. He might show up. It's like Beetlejuice, you know.
Loud, don't say it loud.
Although he is my friend. I'm going to say he is my friend. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know he's your friend. And it's all good.
We have any more questions about this, or is it pretty plain and cut?
Yeah. I think we're all just gonna wait a couple more days for the anniversary, see what happens.
Well, I don't know. I think I might drop like 100 into it, but that after that, go ahead.
I have one more question, Woody. Is C44 coming out during this anniversary?
Dude, I would love to say yes, but I don't know. Camo has been real hush hush about a lot of things recently with me, like real hush hush. I've asked, dude. I've asked for the mergers. I've asked for everything I possibly could, and they've been real hush hush because they probably know I'm going to tell someone.
If they do the same they did with C40 for the anniversary, will be another officer, and then for Halloween you'll get C44. If they do it the same way they did it for C40.
I'm thinking that this dragon is the thing that they did with the officer. I'm thinking this dragon is that drop.
Maybe.
And then 44 is what I'm thinking.
Well, what do you know? They sped up the bounty event too. They released it a week or 2 weeks early or something.
They did,
which is weird.
Well,
that's unlike them.
It's not weird. Well, they did that last year too, or 2 years ago. But if you notice,
okay, so then we have a pattern.
That bounty ended yesterday, and the dragon came out today. So I've always said, if your gameplay is freezing and you're having more issues with the game, like serious issues, freezing, lags, things just don't make sense, you're all of a sudden seeing new things in there that you know it shouldn't be in there, something is about to drop in the game live. So everything in the game from day one to the day they shut it, shut everything down, is already in the game. Everything's in the game. Like 44, 55, whatever you might call it, is already in the game. They just haven't made it live yet.
You showed us a picture of it, remember? The glitch.
Correct. I think I still have it. And I always try to look for glitches, but they've gotten real smart about hiding stuff.
No, they just had a glitch.
They did have that glitch. They did have that glitch, but like that 44. I'm looking for the picture right now. That 44 that dropped. That was. I think they really made that mistake and probably like, fuck, what do we do? Yeah, here it is, right here. As soon as it opens. That's what I'm assuming, because that's what it was with that glitch. I'm assuming this is what 44 is going to look like, the outskirts of it, the outline of it.
It looks huge,
It does, doesn't it?
It looks huge, dude.
That's what I'm assuming it's going to look like.
That's what you said.
That's what I'm assuming. And I'll tell you why I'm assuming that. Okay, I'll have to go into a different chat group and look at. I gotta find it first, guys. Give me a minute. I think it's in here. Transparency. If I remember, I posted it here, or else I posted it on Viber. It's one of the two. This is where I keep all my
Hey,
good stuff.
hey, Woody, real quick.
Yeah.
Did you mention what event is Star Invitation for the new Dragon? I just looked at the info and it popped up, but I don't know what event that is.
I have no clue. It's a new event. I have no clue what it is.
Gonna be just like the marble event for the Phoenix, but for the Dragon now. But it's probably not gonna be the marble, but it's gonna be something just like that. Guarantee. Same price, everything.
Okay,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I'm assuming it's gonna be like that. Hold on, I'm looking for a picture of when it came out. I'm in my Viber right now looking. I keep everything for storage, even like years ago stuff, just for times like this. When you guys ask me a certain question, I can go back to it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. God, do I really have that much stuff saved? I do. Jesus.
You've been playing a long time.
I have been playing a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus Christ. I'm still going through stuff, sorry. I'm trying to show like when things came out. Like remember when 38 came out? When the max city level was 35 and then 38 came out and it showed pictures of what the new troops were gonna look like before they even hit and got in trouble by Camo for doing it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually.
Hold on. I know I'm getting closer. I'm
Could you
not.
show us the new troops this time?
No, I can't show that. I honestly don't even have it anymore.
Too late. You just said you couldn't show it. That's proof.
I'm looking for. You gotta kid me. I deleted it? No. Don't tell me I deleted it. I did. Wow. One thing I thought I would never delete. I did. Fuck me. Well, it is what it is. I'm still looking though. I'm still looking just because. But I will say, this is like the kind of stuff that I get. Like, I'll get stuff like this, and you'd have to figure out what everything is. Like, this is when before the warplane came out. This is the script that I read, and I was like, okay. And when you click on it, this is just a screenshot, but when you clicked on it, it would show like a blue picture, like blueprints of what's coming. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's. Anyways, you have any more questions, ladies and gentlemen? I can't believe I deleted it. I usually never delete it. No, I'm really mind boggled. We have any more questions, or is that it?
I think everyone is just like fuck.
I mean, you're
I think
not.
that covers everything.
Except for mental. He's prepared.
I mean, I have. You know what? I have a screenshot of what I. Yeah. So there's a video out there that I have of it that shows the blueprint of like the new officers that came out back when 38 came out and dropped. Like those will be like the shit that I get, and it didn't have the top of it. Remember, I had a piece of top on top of it to see exactly what it looked like. Yeah, that's the best I could do for like the stuff that I was able to see in the past. Yeah, that's about it. The guy says Rainbow Harley Quinn looking ass dragon and snakes. She is hot, not gonna lie. But I gotta get her off here. Well, I think that's about it. If we don't have any more questions, I'll go to YouTube chat. 40 will take up 8 tiles. That would be a good trade off. I mean, would it be a good trade off to have a 44 take up 8 tiles versus 4? I don't think so.
That would be crazy.
I got a question. Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
With everything maxed, as far as city levels that's coming up, dragons and all that shit. What has anyone did the math on how big our fleet sizes will be? Well, the mega whales in the beginning. How big can our fleets be when everything's maxed?
Well, I'm thinking like 800.
Shit.
I'm thinking like 800 because I've seen people whip over 700 already.
Yeah.
Like 750. But I mean, you're talking about like president, head of state skin, like anything that you can possibly think about for a buff
Yeah.
to for fleet, you're using it.
Max. The 6% city skins. The garages that's coming, the dragons, all that shit all together.
One guy says 773,000, but no, because I've already seen Lee God use more than that. I've seen him use up more than that already in like Void, but completely maxed out. I think I almost seen him using like close to 800.
Depends on your rank level too.
That's true. That is true. And it
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
this also matters too, right here, your military rank, because you get that extra the fleet type too.
Lee God has the highest rank, right?
Lee
No.
God, you got field marshal yet or no? Yeah, I don't think he's got.
I think he's about to get the one above you, Woody. He said in the chat the other day he was close to getting the one above general of army or whatever. I think he said he was getting about to get.
I think he's already got it. We're gonna have to go check that out. I just got to general 2 days ago.
I think you probably 12 nations to figure out who's higher.
I guess we'll check it out.
Probably into line 9 because up and I think getting like more merit. So,
well, honestly, there's a lot of these older ancient nations that are still not got the general yet. They're still at brigader.
Which is the event that gives you more merit? I think it's the elite where beside
maybe
you start.
Polar is the best place for merit.
Yeah, I'd say polar gives a lot of merit.
Yeah, but like considering like the they have in 219, I think they should have pretty.
Well, let's see. Yeah, he's general of army right now, and he's about to be marshal.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone with general of the army besides Lee God or anything like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, even marshals, guys, that's like close. Like, and he's like maybe 6 or 7 events away from getting that.
Is anybody max on that in the old nations? Has to be an old nation.
No way. No,
because they just raised the rank last year or something. They raised the 3 additional ranks or something, or 2 or whatever it was.
Yeah. No, there's no one that's got that because when they released it, I believe the highest people that there was general. Yeah, I believe it was general. So they did 4 of them, right? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
I thought it was just 3. Yeah, it was either 4 or 3, I think.
It was 3. It was 3, guys. They released those last 3. I think was the beginning of this year. Right before, like when Polar came out is when they Yeah, that's what it is. Right when Polar came out, they released these 3 because they knew people's merit was going to jump.
Sorry to throw In Echoes underneath the bus, but he would know before anyone would. He's really good. Sorry, In Echoes. He's probably looking through his shit right now as we speak to see when it was released and where it was.
They knew when they were going to release Polar and Wasteland that they had to up the military ranks because all those merits.
I figure out now in 219 Hulk has like General of the Army. That one there.
He's got General of the Army.
Yeah, Hulking to 1-9.
Well, Liga's got that.
Yeah, Ligat's got that. He's about to be Marshal after that.
Who else could be higher?
I don't think anyone can, because when they released the other three, we'll just go with the other three. Everyone was at the same, and merits don't stack once you're max. At least as far as I know, it's just you're there, and they don't go how like the XP did, where you can save them to get more XP.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you guys got 1941s and.
Yeah, that's racist.
That is not racist. Now I feel like a weaker
Woody,
nation.
imagine how much 41s are going to be when, or we all hope that they increase the Doomsday Challenge, the trackers, whatever. They're going to have to give a little bit more free uranium when the next city levels are released, but that's going to push even that much for people to go to 41.
But do they? Do they? You think about it. You got Nation 1300 already. It's got 14 C41.
They don't care. They've proven that.
It's true. They don't care. But I'm just saying, like, do they need to push it? Because there's so much uranium available right now as we speak. As long as you're willing to buy it.
It's not for the 41s. It's to catch everyone else up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
If they give out more, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be different. But you guys all have good frenzy matchups in your head of state this time, or are they not matched good still?
They're balanced this time.
They're balanced.
Yeah, I think that my bracket's pretty decent, pretty good.
What about your wastelands?
Oh, we have
I got Nation 1,
we
Woody.
have 425. The second alliance.
Well, they're still going to give you guys a hard time too.
No, I know.
We got Nation 1, Woody.
First rank alliance.
Yes.
I mean, well, last season you had none but easy ones. Last season, now you got some fucking tough ones.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we were kind of honored to do it. It was kind of like, you get to play the first alliance ever made. It's kind of cool. But win or lose doesn't matter. It's just the fact that we get to play them. That's kind of cool.
I would like. I can't wait to see more of you guys 5, 6, 7. Because you have Pat and all them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't Pat. They were another. Well, they changed it, but yeah, close 619, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna throw all that out there, but like, yeah, you got. I haven't really been following too much with everything else outside of 785, so.
Yeah, we're just like a regular merger. When you first merge, you got to get used to everybody and understand everybody, and you got all new personalities, and just like every other merger, it takes time to get to know one another. But it's a good thing, not a bad thing.
No, I just can't wait to see like reports and like the different.
Oh no, for sure.
When
for
you guys
sure.
start wrecking shit.
No, we're excited. It's going to take time, but yeah, we're definitely excited. Every day goes by is another day.
So we have right here in Nation 2, KT1. He's got Marshall right now, but I mean he just started that grind. He's like maybe 2 months in to the grind of Marshall. So I mean, I guess this would be the highest person that we know of as of now.
Woody, I didn't even notice that, but it's 250 each time. I thought it went up each time. It's
got to be going up more than that. Well, let's check and see where mine's at.
Because I'm general, and it's 250 for the next level. So you're same as me. Click your general, your rank. Click your rank. Your rank.
Yeah, you're right. 250.
See, 250. I thought that I didn't realize that until you just showed me that. That's why I was like, that's kind of interesting.
Honestly, I didn't realize that either.
It used to go up every level. It required more and more and more as you went up.
Well,
it looks like it.
Don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, true. My apologies.
Don't say that too loud. Bro.
Edit this out, Woody. Edit this part out, Woody.
No, we're live, bro. It ain't getting edited.
Damn it.
52's up against 30.
Oh, is
And
30 active? Because I know they used to be
30,
the number one alliance to in the game for a couple years ago, a few years ago, but they went very very inactive at that point.
I'm not sure, but we seem level of inactivity on the commanders at the moment. They're not pushing too hard for, to win on that part.
They got 72 39s and above in Nation 30.
Jesus. It's fucking gnarly.
So at least you know the 41s are still active. And
Yeah.
they're pretty much all in this, almost all in the same alliance. I'm not saying they all are, but they're almost all in the same alliance. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean,
Same with Max. 513 we're up against them this Friends Day.
the problem is this. Let's go into their Nation BP. That's the problem. So you got everyone there well over 100. Almost everyone. So 27 above people, well over 100. So those 27 people, either A, not going to leave their nation, in fear of being zeroed out.
Yeah.
Or B, just stay bubble just because they know that Nation 52 can zero a player out like that. At least 81 can if they stop their civil war.
Yeah.
Hey, Woody, just a quick one.
Well,
Who was
we're
the player
not
who
in
was
civil
Marshall
war
already?
at the moment in 52. 513 is at war, F- FCK, we are, and in started war on us. So, yeah, we're taking down 37s and everything, and they're attacking us.
See, in nations at like 513, 37 should be the set point of where you try to be active, because anything below that, if we're being real, um, they're not really going to help out too much more because of the troop type.
Yeah.
If they're not at 37 by now, at the age of that nation, yeah, don't get me wrong. If you have if you can get an 80-man hit and you have a few 36s and 35s in there, they might make a little difference because they're going to be the meat shield for your bigger players. But just know that those troops are going to die fast, like real fast. They're going to give you like that 1 or 2 extra hits before that entire 400,000 fleet is gone.
Yeah.
Who else was? Someone else was asking about to ask a question.
Yeah, who was already the player that you mentioned was Marshall?
Nation 2, and it was KT1 or KTI. We'll go back into it. Now, why do I gotta look for it now? Shouldn't it just started off at Nation 1? Right here.
Okay, KT1, yeah.
Yeah, him. Marshall. But like I said, he just started probably like 2 months ago. Maybe 3.
Yeah, but still, oh, I did a lot of points actually.
Yeah. It's a lot of points. 65,000
Yeah.
points. That's a lot. He's active. I think this would be the best way to tell if like bigger players are active. Is to watch that, because if it's growing, then the average right now people are at brigadier or at general right now. I mean that's the average. Medium spender or people that's been playing everything. That is the average. So if the guy is going up higher than where he's at right now, and it's growing, he's participating. So and he's like, is he the biggest guy there?
Same so.
Second biggest, but I mean that's close. That's 200. That can be Breadman can be. Yeah, you got Warplane. So that was officers I was looking at. So for all we know, KT1 could be hiding his troops. You're not hiding his troops, but switched his officers to Loreline. For all we know. That sure is a fucking hell of a fucking army to go against, though. The thing is that they don't really. I mean, they drop, but they don't drop that bad.
Yeah. I think a bubble drop there, it can be like a fucking the event.
Me, 649 BP, 649 million BP. Nation 2.
That's like 25 million.
That's over 30. 30 About 35 million. Because you figure 50 million is 850 million BP.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's probably got like 35. So if someone's going to speed attack him, they would have to match the 35 million troops just to match him, and then more, and then to burn him. Now, obviously, the Titans itself is going to make a difference because we have a lot of Titans in there. At one with that Thor and all that other stuff that activates. His Titans fall. I mean, now you're just killing troops. The troops have no protection at that point.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do but watch and be like, no, city for sale. I'm joking. Smoke Cloud Julian says he thinks he's got 33 million.6. So we'll just go with the 33. I was close. 33.5 million troops. That's still a lot of troops.
Yeah.
But I hope to God he's not the type that's just going to sit out there because he thinks that no one's going to touch him. I hope he's not that person. I don't think he is. I mean,
I think even Dak Max his troops, I think.
He what?
Dak Max the troops because it's almost like at 800 million BP.
He might have stopped recruiting. If 44, he might have just stopped recruiting just because 44 is coming out, and if 44 comes out, that's a new city troop level.
Yeah.
And do you really want to delete troops to get more? I know I wouldn't, but
I think it's not his problem.
He's got that many troops. That's not a problem for him. But Warplane, I mean, he's got good Titans. Warplane's good. Anyways, check out some reports over here in 513. One verse. Well, I mean, why is 513 at war?
And they'll start war on us for just the slightest of things. They're the problem of the state.
It happens.
I don't understand why. This is what I don't understand about these nations right now. As of like now, why these nations are having civil war, knowing that we don't know when the next merge is coming. Like, this might be it, guys. There might not be another merger. Not saying that there won't be, but there might not. And if you have that mentality of thinking that, hey, this is what we get to play with and that's it, you might want to try your hardest as a nation leader to make sure there is no freaking civil war, because you can't play the game of only one alliance. You can't.
I don't know.
But I don't know. People like to have war. Not this guy. Definitely not this guy. But anyways, I'm actually gonna end the stream and go to bed. So if we have any other questions, now will be the answer that time to ask them. No. All right. All right. I'm gonna end the stream, you guys. All thank you for showing up, and if you get that dragon, you get the dragon.
The night, Woody, then.